tonight, after a deadly shooting in Milwaukee, we're taking a look at the warning signs and how to stop them before they happen.
And a fortunate financial forecast. Minnesota unveils the latest surplus numbers, and it's pretty good news for the state.
Plus, Fed and Focus. A small idea pays major dividends in Superior. We'll tell you how students are better equipped to learn.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Yesterday's deadly workplace shooting that killed 5 people in Milwaukee has left many wondering how they can prevent something similar from happening at their office.
CBS3's Alex Libby spoke with a Superior detective to learn what warning signs to look for.
Tony, Kristen, I spoke with Superior Police Department Detective Mark Latond, who studied mass shootings in grad school. He said he's saddened to see another mass shooting, especially in his home state. Latond said he doesn't know why these mass shootings are happening, but he offered some tips to prevent them. He said the warning signs before shooting occurs might be more obvious than you think.
Several months prior to actually acting out like this, they give a lot of verbal warning. They have actually said out loud to someone they know or care about how angry they are, how upset they are, and that they can do violence. So the single and most important thing is to report behavior like that to the police.
Latond added that according to the FBI statistics, 95% of those times the shooters will actually tell someone they're going to carry out the mass shooting. He stressed that the police are there to help, and you should always contact them if you hear or see something out of the ordinary. And coming up at 10 o'clock, we hear more from Latond on what to do if you find yourself in an active shooting situation and what you can do to get out alive.
Meanwhile, the investigation into that deadly shooting in Milwaukee is now a day old, but authorities have said little about the shooter. Police identified the gunman as 51-year-old Anthony Farrell and identified the 5 victims as well. He was a 15-year employee at the Molson Coors Brewery complex. However, authorities are yet to find a motive for the attack. And this all happened at the Molson Coors plant, a 20-building complex in an area known as Millertown. The entire campus was placed on lockdown after the first shots were reported. Investigators say the gunman eventually turned his weapon on himself. The CEO of Molson Coors confirmed the man was an active brewery employee, and so were his 5 victims.
To honor the victims of that mass shooting, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers ordered all flags to fly at half-staff today. Evers also released a statement on the shooting last night. He thanked first responders for their quick work to contain the situation. He also addressed the victims' families and the workers at the complex. Flags will also fly at half-staff on the date of each victim's funeral.
As Minnesota reaches the end of ice fishing season, DNR officials are reminding anglers about a couple important dates. By March 16th, all ice houses need to be off the lakes throughout the state. But lakes south of a line from Proctor to Floodwood need to be ice house free by 11:59 Monday night. You could be fined for leaving your ice house out past the deadline. The DNR is also asking anglers to pick up garbage even if it doesn't belong to them.
Dave joins us for a look at the weather. It's hard to believe we're already hitting some of those deadlines for ice fishing.
Yeah, so if you're really a hardcore ice fishing angler, get up to Lake of the Woods where the season gets extended even longer there. You don't have to keep retreating to the north as warmer temperatures keep coming up from the south. And for the weekend from the southwest, we will get some warm temperatures. So this cold snap won't last forever, but it will hit us again tonight. We're looking at high pressure from the north, again, keeping us on the cool side. And by cool side, I mean near the Canadian border, it may go as cold as 15 below. Right by the lake 0, even into Wisconsin around Hayward 5 below. But eventually, by Saturday morning, that high goes away. That low pressure system that's stationary to the west turns into a warm front, and that's going to send temperatures back into the 30s, even 40s for Saturday and Sunday. But for Friday out the door here in the Twin Ports, 0. 12 maybe the best we can get by lunchtime. 22 degrees will be the high temp coming back home. Mostly sunny for Friday, but clouds could come aboard come Saturday with that frontal passage. Will that mean a chance for any snow? I'll let you know with the full forecast in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. California officials revealed only minimal detail about what is believed to be the first case of community transmission of coronavirus in the U.S., meaning the patient was probably infected by someone in the general population. The female patient is in isolation in Sacramento, and health officials are trying to trace her contacts. This is the 15th case to originate in the U.S. The other 14 cases involved either people who traveled to China or who had close contact with an infected patient.
Meanwhile, UW Superior is suspending their study abroad program in South Korea amidst growing coronavirus concerns. Campus leadership said the program will be suspended for the semester. 2 students were set to take part in this program. One will return to home today. The other had not left for South Korea yet. The decision comes after the CDC advised avoiding all non-essential travel to the country.
Robocalls are getting political. According to the Wisconsin Better Business Bureau, scammers are using fake political fundraising calls to trick you into donating to a favorite presidential candidate. The BBB says the calls can sound just like the candidate's voice. To avoid being scammed, the organization advises you to screen your calls, don't interact with the calls if you do answer them, and to register for the Do Not Call list.
Minnesota's surplus is growing. State leaders announced today it had swelled nearly $200 million, all the way to $1.5 billion. That's up from $1.3 billion earlier this month. Officials say an increase to the general fund revenue forecast, as well as a reduction in spending estimates, are what caused the growth for the 2020-21 biennium. The argument over what to do with the surplus is expected to dominate the legislative session. House Democrats are looking to spend $500 million on more affordable daycare spots and education. Republicans say the surplus should be used to create a $1 billion tax relief plan.
Another step today toward replacing Enbridge's Line 3 pipeline. The Minnesota Pollution Control Agency publicly released draft permits and 401 certification for the project. Now a public comment period opens on Monday, with public meetings scheduled in Menominee, Bemidji, and Grand Rapids. You can find the full schedule on our website. That's also where we've posted a link to the draft permits.
The president of a Superior business testified before a congressional subcommittee in Washington today. Todd Rothie attended the hearing representing J.R. Jensen Construction. The hearing was focused on infrastructure and the importance of these projects to local business. When asked about the barriers his small business faces when pursuing government contracts, Rothie says each one comes with its own challenges as far as its requirements.
Frankly, sometimes we just simply don't chase after government contracts because of those requirements. We have a hard time, for example, in our company, meeting various diversity requirements and things like that.
Minnesota Representative Pete Stauber was on the subcommittee. He said streamlining those contract requirements is something the committee should work on.
What started as a small idea is now helping students at one Twin Ports school stay focused and energized. CBS3's Emma Quinn tells us how.
Goldfish and pretzels.
Goldfish, pretzels, and much, much more. Snack time for the students at Northern Lights Elementary School just got more tasty and fulfilling thanks to community leaders.
So we put a call out to the community, really just a quiet little thing on social media.
That quiet call turned into the Fed and Focus snack drive, helping the Superior School with the highest poverty rate in the district. Several thousands of dollars worth of donated snacks came pouring in.
We figured we would need about a month and a half to complete the drive. We didn't. This was ready to go in a week.
Retired teachers John and Ruth Ludwig were among the first to donate.
No matter what classroom you step into, the teachers always have snacks for the kids. I know I always brought snacks.
I always enjoy trying to help other people. It's just one of those things when you get our age, you have a chance, it's great.
Knowing it will make a difference for these students' education.
We realize there's a need in our community and need all over in every community.
School and city officials say they plan to continue the Fed and Focus snack drive, expanding into other school districts.
Proctor is helping its students make bullies disappear. Today, the students at Bayfield Elementary got a special lesson through magic. A magician stopped by using his tricks and ventriloquism to teach kids how to stand up to bullies. His biggest tips included telling an adult and avoid being a bystander.
I just figured at this age that the more awareness and tools that they can acquire, the better base they have to grow from as they get older.
Celine has been performing magic tricks for 50 years and putting on his bullying program for 12.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, online bullying. Are its effects different than doing it in person? We're answering that question in this week's Eye on Parenting.
Well, cold air's been pushing us around for a couple of days and will do so again by tomorrow morning. Today's high temp, well, 10 degrees cooler than normal. But things will change by Saturday, and we'll tell you why and for how long coming up after our break.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS 3 Duluth.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, radiation oncologist Ken Dornfeld explains how technology called the CyberKnife helps Essentia Health more effectively treat certain kinds of cancer.
The main use for this machine is to deliver radiation treatments to small targets. And its advantages compared to conventional machines is that we're able to focus very crisply and accurately. That robotic arm allows us to deliver radiation from multiple dozens, really, of different angles and directions. That way we can direct small amounts of radiation through tissue in a way that's not harmful or damaging for normal tissue, but focus the radiation at its greatest intensity where the cancer is. There is less collateral damage. This tool is able to really, in some ways, bend light or deliver radiation in a way that curves around normal tissues.
The CyberKnife is especially adept at treating lung cancer, a disease that Essentia approaches with a comprehensive program.
So at Essentia, we've worked very hard to develop ways of decreasing lung cancer mortality. I look at this as a very sophisticated tool that's on the very front lines, or really the last step in our approach to minimizing lung cancer deaths. Our success rates, either with surgery or with this type of radiation treatment for early stage lung cancer, is in the range of 70 to 80%. And being able to deliver curative treatment successfully and safely with machines like the CyberKnife can make a large decrease or a large impact on success rates for lung cancer treatment.
For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
To learn more about this and other health topics, visit essentiahealth.org/medical insight.
At Papa Murphy's, we're making flavor magic for just $8. Introducing the new Combo Magnifico, a magical combination of giant pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and onions, all for just $8. Bake it yourself, then make it disappear. We make it, you bake it, Papa Murphy's.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS3.
Bye, Ladybug.
Young Sheldon, tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS.
CBS3 News is brought to you by Fond du Luth Casino. Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, this cold snap we've been getting, it was with us this morning, especially towards International Falls. 14 degrees below zero there this morning. They'll likely be pretty close to that again come tomorrow morning. Twin Ports 2 above. We may shave 2 degrees off of that, so it'll be a little bit chillier here at the head of the lakes. Into Wisconsin, Hayward was at 12 above this morning, but probably will be even colder come tomorrow morning. Folks there could go towards 5 below. But tomorrow should be the last day of the cold snap, and then a warm front brings a warm spell by Saturday, and we could be tickling 40 by Sunday, at least for a little while. We'll take a look at that with the 7-day forecast in just a bit. But right now, yeah, we do take a look at the current conditions coming in from International Airport in Duluth. 16 above current temp, 47% for the relative humidity in the northwest wind. It's going 7 miles per hour. So even though the air temps are going to get chilly, that's not a gusty enough speed to trigger any wind chill alert. So at least we're off the hook for that. Air pressure on the high side from a high pressure system, 30.14 inches of mercury, 1,021 millibars. Current temperatures, 13s from Watersmeet towards Bessemer and Ironwood and Hurley, Wisconsin. 17 right now. That's what's happening for our friends in Ashland. And 18 degrees is the current temperature towards Hayward. Now we eye up what's happening in Ely. Well, 12 there, 12 or 11 International Falls, down to 9 for Hibbing, and 17 in Grand Rapids. Just a notch warmer towards Moose Lake. Cool down indeed, sending us towards 15 below inland Minnesota, 5 below inland Wisconsin, close to 0 around the shores of the lake. And then, like I mentioned, a warm spell for Saturday and Sunday, and perhaps spilling into the next work week as well. Right now, with the higher pressure cell in place, the sky is clearing up over much of the area. There's a little bit of lake effect snow activity going on towards Marquette, but that's just outside of our range. We can see a little bit of light snow activity also trying to push towards Grand Forks and Fargo and places like that, but that'll be held at bay by our high pressure system for at least a little while longer. So I think the forecast for Friday says we'll have one more day on the cool side and the sunny side thanks to the high pressure, which is keeping this low to the west bottled up for the time being. It'll break loose, become less stationary by Saturday morning, and this will turn into a warm front, warm us up a little bit, maybe even kick up some flurries come Saturday morning, especially north of Duluth. And then after that, it'll be cloudy, maybe dry for a couple of days, and warm again Sunday. Could get towards 40 or so. Forecast here tonight in Minnesota says it's a chilly one. Low is 15 below inland, 5 above by the lake. Mostly clear and cool for Minnesotans. Perhaps a little cloudier on the South Shore for Wisconsinites and folks in Michigan. 20% flurry chance still there. Lows there, 5 above to 5 below. For tomorrow, daytime highs cooler than normal, 20 to 24 in Wisconsin and Michigan, but with a mostly sunny sky. That always brightens Kristen's spirits, and it'll be like that in Minnesota too, with high temps in the low 20s. Normal is upper 20s this time of year, and we get to that by Saturday. 20% morning flurry chance. Sunday, cloudy, but 40, and then 34 Monday. Next chance for anything trying to add up flurry or snow ice starts Tuesday and may stick around through Thursday, but those are only 30% chances.
Thanks, Dave. Among students aged 12 to 18 who reported being bullied during the school year, 15% said they were bullied online or by text.
Social scientists are trying to learn even more about the relationship between these encounters and mental health conditions like anxiety and depression.
Leanne Valdez has more in this week's Eye on Parenting.
Have you ever been picked on because of how you talked, looked, or dressed?
I had a lisp and I was tomboyish. Growing up, I wasn't bullied up until I got to my freshman year of high school. And coincidentally, that was when I first started wearing the headscarf.
USC developmental psychologist Brendisha Tynes and her colleagues surveyed 559 students in grades 6 through 12 to learn more about their experiences with online bullying. The social scientist wanted to know if cyber victimization leads to poor mental health or if people experiencing depression and anxiety are more likely to be bullied.
The answer is it's both, right? So if you are depressed, it could lead to more cyber victimization, and also cyber victimization leads to depression.
The researchers surveyed the students at 3 different time points. Students who reported high levels of online bullying at time point 1 also reported high levels of depressive symptoms at time point 3. Students who said they had high levels of depressive symptoms at time point 1 reported high levels of online bullying at time point 2. Those with high levels of depression at time point 2 also reported more cyber victimization at time point 3. Tyne says parents can support their child's mental health by pointing out their strengths with others. Say, "You're really good at thinking about how others might feel," or "You're really standing up for people." Don't be tempted to ban phone or computer use.
It's better to have them be able to manage the experience than, to take away the device.
The authors say the findings suggest parents, teachers, and schools need to continue creating guidelines for online behavior that give students strategies for protecting themselves and procedures for reporting incidents. For more information on additional resources, you can go to stopbullying.gov.
All right, Kelly's here. We've been talking about winter sports forever, but spring sports on the docket now?
I know it's hard to picture talking about the pitch of soccer, but that's what we're talking about. Duluth FC is just a few months from hitting the pitch for their season opener, and they're going to do it under the helm of a new coach. That's next.
Get your new Polaris snowmobile at Duluth Lawn and Sport. CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Home Furniture's biggest sale only comes around every 4 years. For 2 days, Friday and Saturday only, everything is up to 29% off. Plus a bonus 10% and 29 months financing. Hurry into the Home Furniture Leap Year sale, Friday and Saturday.
Fond Duluth Casino is giving the house away. What? With over $100,000 in prizes. Every Thursday and Friday night from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., we're drawing 35 prize winners for their chance to win up to $1,000 cash.
Wait, what? How many winners?
35 winners every Thursday and Friday now through March. Stop by the Players Club or log on to FondDuluthCasino.com for all the participation details. Thursdays and Fridays, we're giving the house away so you'll have a great time out at Fond Duluth.
Daddy, you're gonna need a lot of work.
Oh, okay. I'm clearly not the boss here. But with the DQ sauced and tossed chicken strip basket, I'm the sauce boss. It's my choice of honey barbecue or sweet and tangy sesame glaze on juicy, all-white meat chicken strips and served with a side of fries, Texas toast, and ranch. So when it comes to flavor, I'm in charge.
Eyes closed.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
DQ, happy tastes good.
If we don't stop Donald Trump this time, shame on us. Americans deserve a president who has their back, who isn't afraid to take on powerful forces, who has a record of bringing people together, and most importantly, who gets things done. I know what it takes to win in the Midwest. It's not flyover country to me, it's home. I'm Amy Klobuchar. I approve this message because we need a president who can win for all of us.
Your work is your name. You live by it. At Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment, we take our name, our work, just as seriously. John Deere excavators, skid steers, and loaders have the compact agility and big-time ability you need to finish the job. Comfortable, affordable, and backed by a 2-year, 2,000-hour full machine warranty. Standard. In-person service calls and parts delivery keep you work ready. Our techs are highly trained and incredibly knowledgeable. Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment. We make sure the work lives up to your name.
Bye, Ladybug.
Young Sheldon, tonight at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
Home Furniture's biggest sale only comes around every 4 years. For 2 days, Friday and Saturday only, everything is up to 29% off. Plus a bonus 10% and 29 months financing. Hurry into the Home Furniture Leap Year sale, Friday and Saturday.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
We are a few months out from the start of the soccer season here in the Twin Ports, believe it or not. But in preparation for this upcoming season, Duluth FC has officially introduced their new coaching staff. And leading the Blue-Greens this season will be Sean Morgan, a St. Scholastica alum who played for Duluth FC himself. He replaces Joel Person. For the first time ever, the club will have an under-23 academy team. That's designed for the development and involvement of other local players. Duluth FC will open their season May 9th against the Milwaukee Torrent with their home opener on May 16th.
I haven't played for 3 or 4 years with Duluth. I have a really good feeling for the club and what it's about and you know, the goals and aims for the future. And hopefully with myself and the team that we've put together, you know, we won't be short of success this year, and I'm really looking forward to getting started.
I'm excited. It'll be the first time we have an academy team. Hopefully we can get a lot of interest from our local talent here in Duluth and the local suburbs as well, and hopefully create an environment where we've got 25 guys that want to come in and compete, and then hopefully one day make our first team.
Switching to hockey, on Saturday night, UMD head coach Scott Sandon was looking for his team to step up and battle harder against a tough Western Michigan team. And on Saturday, he pretty much got just that. UMD rallied to a 2-1 victory over the Broncos, but not without some roadblocks. Noah Cates stepped in to fill the top-line middle spot vacated by his brother due to a lower body injury sustained on Friday night, which is a spot he'll have to go forward with because Jackson has been ruled out for a while by Sandlin. But Noah stepping into a new role is something that Coach says he expects from his team to be able to play wherever and whenever they're needed.
When you're a team, it shouldn't matter where you play and who you play with. Just the guys that are unselfish, they just play their game, and that's why they're consistent, and that's why they've been good for us. hopefully we're finding our consistency, because we need everyone to be on board with that. And like I said, whether it's a regular shift, 3 shifts, 4 shifts, whether they're killing penalties, whether on a power play, they've got to be good for us. And we're not gonna go much farther if we don't have all those guys. And when we do, we've shown we can be a pretty good team.
As Brandon Meyer's senior season winds down, his play has certainly ramped up. In the Bulldogs' past 4 games, including last night's overtime win over Concordia St. Paul, Meyer has averaged 41 points a game. Today, he was named NSIC Player of the Year. Meyer surpassed a milestone on February 22nd, becoming the school's all-time scoring leader in a game versus Bemidji State. The Superior, Wisconsin native has led the team in scoring with 25 points average a game, and credits his teammates to that success.
They love my success as much as I do, if not more, and that's what gets me going. And then it goes with a lot of preparation, shooting the shots that I prepare for, and really just trying to win.
He works really hard. He's in the gym every day. I don't have to ask him or beg him to come in and work. He's in here on his own. I think over the course of his career, he's gotten better every single year. He's added different parts to his game, or has really refined parts to his game.
Man, they've been a fun squad to watch all year. And Meyer, I mean, just unreal. Yeah. Local talent, having the senior season of his life, and I predict that team is going to go far into the NCAA tournament.
All right.
Put my money on it now.
Okay.
You heard it here. You heard it here.
Thanks, Kelly.
Here's a live look from our harbor cam, where at some point this spring, wow, that looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
The first Salty will venture under the aerial lift bridge. Visit Duluth wants you to guess exactly when that ocean-going vessel will arrive. They kicked off their annual first ship contest today. The winner will get a Duluth getaway, including lodging, gift cards, and passes to local attractions. We have a link to submit your guess on our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
All right, Dave, no ice out there because it's been so warm lately.
And it's going to cool down and spite you tomorrow morning, Tony, before it warms back up again. Okay. So you're 50% right, like me most of the time. Anyway, here's the extended forecast for the week ahead. Cool and sunny for Friday, but warmer for the weekend. 40 possible Sunday. And Monday, back down a little, but still warmer than normal. Normal is 29.
All right, we'll see you at 10.